Hey everyone, long time no see, and today is the video about Cobra, not the Rivian. Spark right there. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna put on my Shelby Cobra hat and talk about Cobra, especially since a lot of comments coming in, a lot of questions, and thank you so much for those, and thank you to those who view the videos. Lots of crazy stuff going on, unfortunately, in the world. The country that I was born in, Ukraine, was invaded by Russia. Lots of civil casualties. This is like the war itself is crazy. I sincerely hope that every person in Ukraine, my friends, my former colleagues, my former classmates, stay safe and sound, and there's going to be okay, and the war is going to be over soon. Uh, One of the reasons I actually couldn't shoot a video for some time now is because I actually couldn't find the microphones. They were packed in one of the boxes because we are going to be moving next month. So yeah, that actually adds up to the chaos in general. So behind me is a Cobra, and you can see there were some changes done to it. Like we put this livery on the. It's actually, if I'm not confusing anything, it's 1964 FIA USRRC livery for Shelby Cobra racing team, with the stripe across the body, with the meatballs, sponsorships, stuff like that. Each sticker obviously adds about 20 horsepower, so the car goes now much faster. I also added a navigator to my car, so there is now Charlie. His name is Charlie. He helps me navigate the narrow streets of Pennsylvania, and it actually makes driving much more fun because there are so many kids now looking at the car and waving. I'm actually happy to make their days brighter and more fun. There was a lot of other stuff done to the Cobra, like there's the whole list of things here. The biggest, I would say, was that I actually added the food box vent. So there is essentially like the air pickup line there that goes all the way to the driver food box here. So it adds a little bit of air movement in the food box, so it's not as hot now right now, because essentially the food box is really close to exhaust pipes and everything there, so it gets super hot in there. There are some plans to do stuff next year, but yeah, we're gonna see nothing like super important and crazy. So what else was here? The fuel pump is something I'm going to be doing next year, because this is I want to move the fuel pump from the rear wheel arch to the fuel tank. New indoor panels, that was done by a local guy who does really good job with stuff like that. Obviously changed oil and filter, greased joints, etc. So like mostly like the cool stuff that you do to the car when you have it and you actually drive it. But the reason I wanted to shoot a video today was that some of the people asked me about a soft top. As you can see, it's the Roadster. It doesn't have a top. You can actually buy a soft top for Cobra. There are several companies who do that. Even Factory 5 sells it as an option. There's a company called Whitby. I'm not sure if they are still selling the soft top, but they definitely used to. And the fact is that I actually found a guy who had a soft top from Whitby's but wasn't using it, so he sold it to me. And it's actually in the tan color, so I think it fits the blue color of Cobra much better than the black soft top would do. But to be honest, I only put it on like maybe 3 or 4 times, and I understand the guy who sold it, because it's a pain in the ass to actually put it on and take it off. taking it off is easier than putting it on. Yeah, but still it's the painful process, and especially the one that you can actually damage the paint. So that's why I'm like, if it's raining, probably gonna take another car, not just hassle myself with putting on the soft top, especially considering how scary Cobra is when driving in wet. But since you guys asked, I'm gonna show a little bit of the soft top. I'm gonna show how I put it on. I haven't done that in a while, so it may be like a struggle to do that, but I guess you'll struggle with me then. Let's go. So this is the soft top itself, and it's actually like a frame inside. It consists of the tubes that you put together. I actually did a powder coating to them because they into black, because they were I don't think it was a stainless steel, and they were corroded like everywhere, so I had to do the powder coating. And yeah, I put the tennis balls on each edge, because once you start putting it on the car, you may actually damage the paint when you're doing this. Another thing that I have to do before I start putting on the soft top is I have to remove these sun visors, because the way roof goes onto the windshield frame, it starts interfering with these mount points for sun visors, so I have to take them off. And I have to take off the Cobra guy from the roll bars, one of the roll bars, because it's going to interfere with that as well. So I'm gonna just set up a camera so you can see what I'm doing, and we'll see. Maybe it's going to be a time lapse if it takes me long enough, or maybe it's just going to be a video of me cursing all the time while I'm doing this for you guys. First thing first, the easiest part, let's remove snake from here, which is always thing, like how do you put it on so it doesn't fly away when you're doing 100 miles highway. Then I believe I need like the hex wrench. Is it the Allen wrench, I think, to God, what is that? Oh, actually, wait, it's a screwdriver. Yeah, I'm worrying like that. I do not like just to go around and talk continuously. Such a small screw. I don't want to lose it. So surprisingly, the I don't know, wind visor or whatever this side thing is called is not interfering with anything. Oh wait, they're like actually each mount point has 2 screws. That makes sense. Okay. Almost dropped it. That would suck, because they're like super small and very, very hard to find. Okay, Charlie. Funny enough, Charlie is not my bear. So if you think that I'm one of those crazy people who buy oversized toys like this bear, I'm not. This is something I think my brother bought, or maybe his friends gave him. But yeah, Charlie is my brother's bear. He used to have it when he lived in New York, in an apartment, but he actually, at some point he got married, and I don't think his wife told him like it's either me or Bear. So Bear actually spent some time with them in the apartment, but at some point they were actually out of space in I think it was 650 square feet apartment. So they told me like, can you take Charlie? Yeah, we lived in a bigger, and we lived in a bigger townhome in New Jersey. Okay, so I actually dropped one of the screws. I think it hit the exhaust pipe. So now I'm gonna do a quick search for it. Yeah, this sucks. This really sucks. I don't see it like immediately right now. Right here. So I'm gonna get a flashlight later and just search for that. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like funny stuff might take some time. Any case, so yeah, I lived in New Jersey at that time, and my brother gave me that bear along with a huge swivel chair, which I had in New Jersey, and I had it when I moved to Pennsylvania, and apparently we're gonna move it again to a new home in Pennsylvania. So at this point I actually think Charlie is more my bear than my brother's, but hey, at least I didn't pay for it. So now here's the trick. So these frame parts, they are actually, you can take them off, and these are 4 different sections, but I taped them together, which supposedly should make things easier, but with these things you never know. And to minimize the risks for scratches from bolts, I'm gonna put some towels on the car. Might not be the cleanest towels, but hey, at least they will prevent scratches from bolts, especially that now they are standing on the garage floor. So we're gonna see what happens, because I think this is the best way to do it. I don't know, you probably don't see much, but that's okay, because right now what I'm doing is not like super important, but hopefully will help me put the roof on like soft top. Whew. This is not gonna be fun, guys. Yeah, I'm here, I'm with this soft top, and remember, I'm doing this for you. I don't need to go right now with a soft top. It's 90 degrees outside, it's sunny, well, it's 8 p.m. so it's not sunny per se, but I'm doing this for you guys. Okay, the point is we can sort of like try and put that over the car. I'm not even sure where that ball came, but the idea is that this rear part goes over the roll bars. Part? No, it's didn't go. Okay. And I'm trying not to curse, so far it's been like relatively okayish. For this front part, there are actually in tubes that take this in, but before doing that, I need to at least put one of those things into the hole that was put by Mark, the travel and builder guy who helped us finish the body. Okay, this is actually not bad so far. Let's try and put the other one into the appropriately drilled hole. Okay. The problem is that I think this rear part was supposed to be over the roll bars. I'm not sure exactly right now, but let's see if I can actually fix the roof. I might be able to do that, so maybe it's supposed to be like that. In any case, so let's try and fit the front thingy. So now we are removable again. And insert the front part here. Did I tell you that this is the pain in the ass process? It is. The first time I tried to do that, I actually completely took apart the whole, like every section of it. Once I started putting it together, and I started actually shooting a video about that, and I realized, like probably 15 minutes into the process, that I'm gonna be there for a long haul, which would suck. So I just decided to stop shooting the video about that because it would be stupid to do that. So I think I kind of did what I was supposed to do, and I'll take a camera now to show you what's what and what's where. Still not sure this part, whether it should be front of the roll bar. No, it probably should be in front of the roll bar. So I'm just gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna grab the camera, and it was shooting video, so that's good, right? Okay, so the front part, like I said, it goes like there is the mounting point right here. The front part on the other side does the same. Then, like I said, there are two middle sections that I tape together, because when you start putting the roof on, it usually tends to fall apart like completely. And then there's this hole where the rear section of the soft top goes in. And these are lifted dot thingies where you actually snap a soft top to it. And actually there's a really good question why people who do this, they use the receiving point of the lifted dot in metal. So once you start connecting, like putting these receiving parts on the lifted dots, it obviously scratches the paint, which sucks like royally, and you don't want that. So I kind of put the tape over these thingies so they don't scratch paint. I think it still does some of the damage to it, but not like significantly, and I couldn't come up with any better option to do that. Anyway, I'll try to finish this process right now without breaking anything, so let's try. first thing first. Okay, I have to unroll this a bit so actually it resembles a soft top. So there's a little, like a, I don't know, like a sort of like a screw that goes into short opening here in the window frame and the windshield frame. So you attach it here. I'm gonna probably take a camera here. Attach, yes, attach. Okie doke. I'm going to take the camera again and show it to you closely. So, like I said, there's this sort of like a screw that has to go into this opening and then slide it. I have to slide it a little bit to the side so it holds in the windshield. Super not convenient to do that with one hand. Yeah, but it's stuck now. So I just insert it, slide it, and it's stuck. And then I have to attach the front side of the top with this. Also, again, super not convenient to do that with one hand. And no, there is no guy, there's no son here right now to help me with this. So I'm gonna put the camera back again, put the camera back down again, and try to do that with two hands. But you kind of get the idea of what the soft top looks like, right? Okay, so this is, the front part is done. Now actually the hard part, because obviously you cannot be driving with the rear just flapping around. So you have to sort of like stretch the rear part as much as you can and attach this part as hard as you can. I would show a video of doing this, but again, this is something that requires two hands. I'm gonna give it a try, but you know, so this thing goes over the lifted dot, and then you have to like push really, really hard, like that. So now it holds. There are like 12 of them here. So I'm gonna continue doing that. Yeah, it's very inconvenient to shoot a video and do this process by myself. But my son is in New York working. My wife just came from work. Cannot actually get her involved with this. Let her rest. So you will hear all my puffing and huffing in the microphone. And I think the more your soft top is not used, it shrinks. So it gets harder and harder to actually put it on. So in reality, I would need to do this often, so it still remains stretched. Well, I'm almost done, but I could, like, you know, skip a lifted dot or two, but you want the whole experience, right? So I have to like really do this all the way to the end, because then you're gonna do Windows, not like Microsoft Windows, you know, especially considering I'm a Mac guy. But yeah, just there are windows to this soft top, and Yeah, I'm almost done. Actually, I'm almost done. This is the last one. I have to stretch it a little bit. Try to put it on. Yay! Okay. So, the thing with soft top is one of the reasons, like why I'm not using it often. Well, A, it's pretty hard to put it on, although supposedly it can stretch the season of driving. But the other thing is, it's fugly as hell. I mean, the car, it's like the 911s. I would actually forbid to sell 911s convertibles, except maybe with Targa roofs, because they are ugly. They lose the whole appeal of the shape, like the shape is gone. But it's the same with the Cobra. You see, it's like it was a nice flat, essentially roadster, and now it has this huge bulge in the back, which is, I mean, it helps when it rains, but it's not beautiful, man. It's not. But hey, so 19 minutes, and I put it on, and I think it went pretty well, except it's the 90 degrees outside and probably even hotter in the garage. So excuse my huffing and puffing. Okay, so here in the garage I also have windows. Like I said, windows to this car somewhere on the shelf. So let's see what I can do about it. There are two windows, obviously for left and right sides, and I think it goes like this. So here are the same holes with the accepting thingies. I don't know what it's called, never knew, and obviously with my limited English, I even like, yeah, it improves my chances of not knowing that. But the thing is, like, yeah, you install it here, you insert it here, push it, and there you go. There's your window. And the window itself is obviously like the flexible plastic. It's on the zipper, so if you're driving and you want it to sort of like open, still get some air in, or if you came here and you want to like lock the car, which for Cobra actually sounds very funny, because you do not lock the car just when it's a roadster. But the thing is, so to open the door, you have to open the window. You open the window here, you go to this, and then boom, you open the window. And the funny thing is that it's sort of still compatible with these side windows, side wings. So yeah, I don't have to take off those thingies. Obviously, yeah, I could put it on the other side, but I'm not gonna do that, because now I have to take off everything anyway, right? So that's gonna be also fun. Okay, so with windows it's obviously easy. You just take it off. There you go. I don't think I've ever driven this car with windows. Soft top, yes, I drove twice with a soft top. Both times, no, I actually drove more. Once it was 95 degrees sunny weather, so I didn't want to burn myself in the car, so I was driving in the soft top. And the other times, it was raining, yeah, so it actually helped. Okay, so to take off the soft top, I think you have to go into the opposite direction. So you just lift it out and like I guess that's why they called lift dot. I don't know. But they are holding up pretty well. I did like I don't know, 60, 70 on the highway in this car. It was a soft top, and it was there. It was not going anywhere. Yeah, I just remembered that after I shoot this video, I still have to find a screw for sun visor, which I lost. But that's not gonna be fun. Okay, I think that's the easy part. This. Then I have to unlock it here. Unlock it from the other side. So taking it off is easier. Not necessarily safer to paint, because these things still can struck paint, and even these locks, they're usually, once you start removing the roof, they tend to go everywhere. So there is a pretty good chance of actually still scratching the paint. Now I do not remember which part I start with. So I guess let's start with this one. The trick here is, like right now it's under pressure. Yeah, under pressure. That was my terrible impression of Queen. But anyway, yeah, so that thing is under pressure. So as soon as I lift it, it's gonna spring, and if I do not lift it high enough, it's gonna scratch the paint. So I need to sort of like lift it but still hold, and then put a ball to this thing, just in case. I put the rug here. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same this side. And once I do this, the roof tends to try and slide somewhere. Yeah, this one's harder. Oops, I got it. Putting the ball on. Put it in the rug. Not the rug, but whatever. The towel that I'm using. See, these are already used, and I'm now using them for helping stuff like this. Sorry, again, it's okay. Right now it says it's 84, not 90. I wish I could put on the fan that I have here, but then you're gonna hear its noise. So that's why I'm like, no, I have to be quiet here, except I'm puffing because of the heat. Okay, so now the one thing has remained, and then I'm gonna lift it, like lift everything. So okay, where's the damn hole? Yeah, got it. Okay, so now it's the lift time. Okay, I got the roof off the car. It's not heavy, it's like, I don't know, maybe 10 pounds, maybe 15. It's not that heavy, but you just saw that. It's pretty painful. Like, how much time does it took us? 27 minutes to put it on and take it off. Again, is it worth it? That's a good question. That's a very good question. I think for some of the rides in late October, November, it might be helpful. Spending several $1,000s on this one, like I think the Factory 5 soft top costs $3,000. With this, the new soft top that you get is, I don't know, 1800. Still a lot for something that you might use once or twice a year. I would say it's a little bit on the expensive side. But on the other hand, some people build the cars and then they are driving them once or twice a year. So yeah, I've seen the cars being sold like, oh, it's a project that took me 10 years, then I had it 5 years, and it only has 1,000 miles on it. So I question your life choices, man, if you're doing this. Anyway, so the soft top. Since I got it for half price from the Whitby's one, like the $800, I think it's something worth having. Especially, I'm happy that it's in a tan color. Oops, sorry. I hope I didn't. Nope, all good. Especially in tan color, which I think fits, like I said already, fits this color of the car much better than the black one would fit. So yeah, I think it was worth it. Those couple of times that I have to put it on, oh well, tough luck. But yeah, so I think that answers your question, guys. Definitely helps on the highway though. If you are planning to do a lot of miles on the highway, soft top helps. It reduces the noise, it reduces the wind. So that's something I would, if I were driving a lot on the highways, I would definitely use that. So if you still have any questions about soft top or Cobra or costs or how long does it take to build one, etc., feel free to add that in comments, and I'm going to be happy to shoot another video or maybe to point you to a right video that I already did. So take care, stay safe, and see you next time.